How to lower the risk in your HVAC business. Hi, this is Josh Horn, CPA of Horn Valuation. I help owners build, value, and sell their business. How do you lower the risk in your HVAC business? And why does it matter? What matters because it can increase the value of your business and increase the fun you'll have while you run the business, even if you don't want to sell. So I'm going to show you 3 ways today to lower the risk in your HVAC business. And first, I'm going to start out by just showing you why this matters. So I'm going to look at a quick set of numbers and see why this matters, why reducing the risk can increase the value, and then how you can go about doing it with 3 changes. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at a very oversimplified value estimate. Now, don't use these numbers. I'm just showing you to illustrate the point of how you can reduce the risk in your HVAC company, leading to a higher value. So all we're going to do here is we're going to divide the cash flow by the estimated risk. This is all future looking, right? Because business valuation is about the future. So let's say we're looking at your HVAC business and we estimate that the future cash flows are $200,000 and the risk in that business on a forward-looking basis is 17%. So we divide those 2 numbers together and we say the value of your business is approximately $1.2 million, right? Easy math. Now, the devil's in the details, and these numbers are harder to get at than what I'm showing here, but just keep in your mind that's how the basic calculation is done. Now, what happens if we reduce the risk in your HVAC business? Now understand that what we're talking about is the risk of receiving the cash flows that are in the top, in the numerator. That risk of achieving those cash flows. If we can ratchet down that risk, in this case, this business reduced the risk to 13%. The value of the business went up to $1.5 million, an approximate $362,000 increase in the value of the business. Now, how can we do this? Let's talk about 3 ways you could do this. One of the first and best ways to reduce risk in your HVAC business is with recurring revenues. And in a lot of respects, an HVAC business has recurring revenue built into it. You're going to go back to the same homes and businesses and service them again and again if you take care of them. And that's the key. It's customer satisfaction. It's doing a good job when you get in front of them and measuring that and making sure when you make a mistake that you correct it and fix the way you take care of your customers. Now, I've talked about service agreements. It's a good idea. It incentivizes the customer to do repeat business with you, but they're only going to come back if you do a good job. I've also talked about email marketing. I think it's a good idea to develop a solid email list for your HVAC customers and send valuable content to them to let them know how to take care of their homes. Replace those furnace filters. Get a UV light. And I only know about those things because I have them and they're important in our house. They help keep us healthy, right? And so things like that, things that only you know how to talk about, put those in front of them. Now, recurring revenues, recurring sales are something you definitely want to see. If I ask to look at your customer database and I see John Smith today, if I go back and look 5 years, was John Smith a customer then too? Or did he just sign up and he'll be out the door by next year? Because in that case, you don't really have very good recurring revenues. You don't have good customer service. John Smith is going out the door in next year. That's not what you want. Let's talk about future looking and how you can build that going forward with a sales process. How solid is your sales process for picking up new customers. Because there's inevitably going to be some churn, right? Some customers are going to go away. Some will, unfortunately, they'll die. Some businesses will close. So you have to replace those no matter how good your customer service is. So to deal with that, how good is your sales process? When you get an inbound lead and you take them through your funnel, how good are you at closing the deal and bringing them in as a customer? Do you even know? Do you have a sales process? And if you have it, do you know where the holes are and are you fixing those? That's number 2. Finally, reduce owner dependence. I've talked about this extensively in other posts. One of the key things here is to make sure you have a solid team in place and that you are delegating the tasks to your team in-house or out of house, could be consulting arrangements, contractors, whatever, the tasks that are normally not done by an owner. So low-level tasks. Are you actively getting those off your plate? Because think about this. If somebody comes to buy your business right now, or if you just want to take a vacation, can you? Can you leave? Because nobody wants to buy a bunch of headaches. If you have to be there day in, day out, minute after minute after minute, working 80 to 90 hours a week, nobody wants to buy that. And in fact, you're not going to have any fun anyway. You're going to get burned out very quickly. So think about what you can do to reduce your owner dependence. These are 3 ways you can lower the risk in your HVAC business. Get in touch with me if you have any questions. This is Josh Horn, CPA of Horn Valuation. Have a great day.